Katharine Hepburn, an Audiobiography 2. Written by Geoffrey Giuliano. Narrated by Geoffrey Giuliano. As the 90s unfolded, Hepburn unveiled her eagerly anticipated 1991 memoir entitled simply Me, Stories of My Life, in which she candidly described how her single-minded focus on her career cost her both marriage and children. Kate also displayed a compassionate side, as she wrote lovingly of nursing her ailing former husband, Luddy Smith, in his later years. Toward the end of her film career, Katharine Hepburn starred in several TV movies, 3 of them produced by John Dayton. Mr. Dayton became Miss Hepburn's close friend and confidant from virtually the moment they met. Here he remembers his initial professional involvement with Miss Hepburn and the very special relationship which grew out of it.
I got the idea because Jim Prideaux was a really dear friend and a longtime friend of Kate's. And I thought, God, wouldn't it be great to pair Katharine Hepburn and Burt Reynolds in a movie? So I called Jim and I said, what do you think? He said, oh, it's a great idea. I said, could you call Miss Hepburn and, see if she's interested? And Jim did, and we discussed it, and Jim said, well, let me think up some ideas, and he did, and he came up with a really good idea. And because of a personal problem of Bert's, Bert had to back out of the show, and we ended up hiring Ryan O'Neal, who was perfect. And that was when I met Kate first. So see, I've known Kate for a very short period of time, maybe 11 or 12 years. But our relationship was immediate. As with Kate, either likes you or she doesn't like you, and she will tell you. And it will be very evident if you are not welcome. George Schaefer, the director, who's now passed away, Jim Prideaux, and me, we flew to New York and were to meet with Kate the next morning. Well, Jim, God bless him, called me and gave me some cardinal rules with Kate. Number 1, you are never late. You are always on time, because she always is, or early. Number 2, don't wear any aftershave or men's cologne. Number 3, call her Miss Hepburn unless she says otherwise. So we were to meet her at 10 o'clock in the morning at her brownstone on 49th Street. And so we walked over, and I was nervous all the way. We got to her door at 5 till, and I was going to press the button, and Prideaux says, no. And we literally waited and looked at George's watch for the second hand to come to 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we rang the bell. And Nora Moore came to the door, who was her cook and housekeeper and confidant and just a wonderful lady. And she says, oh, come on in, Miss Hepburn's expecting you. Now, she was on the living room's on the 2nd floor. So I took my outer coat off and gave it to Nora. George went up the stairs first, then Jim, then I followed. We went in the room. She's sitting in her chair, her big chair with her feet propped up, and a fire going like mad in the fireplace, and a duck that she had given Spencer, a carved duck, hanging right over her head. And George said, hello, Kate, and Jim said, I would like you to meet John Dayton. And the instant her eyes met mine, it was the strangest thing. I knew it was going to be a lifetime friendship. Kate later told me that very thing without any prompting from me. She said, you know what? The instant I saw you, I knew that something special was here. But I was sweating. And she said, so the first thing, instead of saying hello, John, or anything, the first thing she said was, take off that coat. And it was the suit coat. So promptly I took it off, folded it, and laid it across a chair, and turned back around toward her, and she said, no, you stupid fool. She said, put that in the hallway. No, you don't take a jacket, fold it, and put it on a chair in the room where it can be seen. You put it out in the hallway.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?